This has all been called a scabs charter on social media and places like that, and it makes me wince. I don't like it. There's something about that phrase that makes me deeply uncomfortable. But if you've seen that kind of phrase in and around the news, this is what I'm referring to. David Starkey, where do you stand on all this?
I agree with you about the scab. I mean, what it's going back to is the days of hardline trade unionism on either side of the Second World War and right through to the 1970s. I think the real problem is, of course, who are they striking against? They're striking against you and me. The railways are not profitable companies at all. They're essentially subsidised, and they're increasingly being taken over, in other words, renationalised. And this, I think, is the fundamental problem. The trade unionism in the private sector was, if you like, broken by Margaret Thatcher. She left the public sector and public sector trade unionism completely unreformed. And who these people are striking against isn't some hard-nosed, silk top-hatted, bulging wallet capitalist. It's you and me. And also, of course, because effectively all of these industries, and I include the NHS with the behaviour of the doctors as well, because they're all monopolies, they are in a position of pretty well absolute power. They can simply turn the railways off. They can turn the NHS
So are you
off.
saying they shouldn't be able to strike?
No, I am saying that we need to have, we need, not instead of ranting with slogans, instead of talking about scabs and whatever, we want a serious discussion as to the balance of power within a strike. We want a serious discussion as to what the rights of an employee in public sector employment in, say, an emergency industry, which effectively rail increasingly is, an industry on which the whole country actually depends, should they have simply, effectively, the right to shut it down, and also to shut it down with effectively no penalty. You see, the way in which strike law operates, it really exonerates the striker from what would otherwise be legal penalties. And we need a new discussion. We're in new circumstances. And again, all of these things have just been forgotten. They've been shoved under the carpet. We've decided we didn't want to talk about them. It was just too difficult. We need to.